Let's see what XMR is doing today. XMR is sitting at $181.95. What was the high on this thing? About 500 bucks.
Yep.
On here, it just says a circulating supply, so a lot of people think that there's like an infinite supply of XMR, and that's kind of halfway true. There's actually a total supply of XMR at 18.4 million. After that full 18.4 million is finished being mined, then there will be allowable 0.3 XMR per minute created to keep the miners incentivized to stay on the network whenever the total circulation is completed. If you don't know what XMR is, I know it's a pretty big coin. Monero is a secure, private, and untraceable currency. Monero uses a special kind of cryptography to ensure that all of its transactions remain 100% unlinkable and untraceable. In an increasingly transparent world, you can see why something like Monero can become so desirable. We were talking about this article the other day about Zcash, where this crypto fund predicts Zcash to hit over 62,000 by 2025. Their basis for this analysis was saying that a lot of the like offshore money, if they got like 10% of the offshore money, that this would be the price. So if you kind of believe that offshore money is going to go into privacy coins and private cryptocurrencies, I think that some of this information that they're gathering here could apply to Monero, because Monero is the highest market cap privacy coin. So I think that Monero actually will be grabbing a lot of the offshore money if that does come to fruition. So I think that's an interesting perspective on that as well, and to kind of see why they think some of these privacy coins might generate a ton of valuation. Monero is a development platform. A lot of people don't like it because some of the developers are anonymous. Monero is headed by a group of 7 developers, of which 5 have chosen to remain anonymous, while 2 have come out openly in public. One you probably know, known as Fluffy Pony over on Twitter, are Ricardo Spagni, and the other is David Latipai. Usually when I'm doing fundamentals on a coin, if the development team doesn't want to come out and show their face, I see that as a negative, because it's like, what are you hiding? Are you doing a scam? Are you doing this or that? But with this being a privacy coin and the fact that this initially was used on like the dark web for illegal activity, I can understand why some of those developers didn't want to be tied in with the privacy coin or have their face out there. So that's kind of understandable. Some of the plus things for Monero also is Monero is truly fungible due to its constant privacy features. XMR also has dynamic scalability. So the example that I was given when trying to explain dynamic scalability on the XMR platform, essentially the Bitcoin scalability issue has been a very prevalent topic. As you guys know, that's why Bitcoin Cash came into the forefront, because Bitcoin was created with a self-imposed 1 megablock block size limit. In its early developments, Bitcoin didn't have any block size limit. However, in order to prevent spam transactions, the size limit was enforced. So that's what Bitcoin Cash did. They increased that mega block size, and they're saying that it helps with their throughput and their dynamic scalability. But with Monero, on the other hand, it has no preset size limit at all. But this also means that malicious miners can clog up the system with disproportionately huge blocks. To prevent this from happening, a block reward penalty is built into the system. So essentially, when you're mining Monero, you can choose how large of a block you would like to mine, and that can help in the future Monero scale as more transactions come on the platform. But they were smart enough to put in that negative reward. So if I say I want to mine a 50 megabyte block, then I get a reduction in rewards because I'm actually slowing down the transactional field on there. So that's kind of interesting. And then also Monero is ASIC resistant. So for you guys who don't know, people like it to be ASIC resistant to kind of keep things decentralized in nature, because if somebody has an ASIC mining farm and your coin's not ASIC resistant, that's kind of why Bitcoin, a lot of the percentage of Bitcoin is mined over and by the same farm. They use the Kryptonite algorithm, which was created to build a fairer and more decentralized currency system. Because of the ROA for a Monero ASIC, in current form would be awful. So somebody could make an ASIC technically for the Kryptonite, but the ROI on that would not be worth the funds. And obviously you can't resell ASICs. You can always resell GPUs to gamers. Overall, you guys know my opinion on XMR. I say that I usually mine Zcash because it's more profitable. I then sell my Zcash 1-for-1 with Monero, and anything left over, I go ahead and get into another smaller coin. So I really like this coin. People wanted to talk about it. If you go over to their website, just go to Crypto Market Cap and then go to the website, they provide a ton of details over here. I don't want to make this a super long, in-depth thing. I have a ton I could say about Monero, pros and cons. But if you just come over here, they lay it all out in layman's terms for you, kind of explain why it's so private. They have roadmaps. They got all these resources. This is like, this website for a lot of cryptocurrencies provides way more information than many of them out there. But I like the project, and I think you guys should be looking into it with this downturn. I think that privacy coins and protocol tokens will be very good this year. Protocol tokens being like Ethereum, Neo, EOS, Ubic, and so forth, maybe a Lisk. Also Stellar starting to get ICOs built upon it. And then also I like the privacy tokens, so Pivx, Monero, maybe a Dash because that's on or off. I like Nav on a smaller side, or even maybe a Deep Onion. So I would take a look at that. I'm sure Todd's going to come over here and see if there's any entry points for you guys. And if you guys want more in-depth information, just ask me in the chat box because I have a ton over here that I could tell you.